Imagery is a simulated form of psychological skills training that can help athletes focus, increase their concentration and motivational levels, as well as control levels of arousal. It is similar to a real sensory experience, where the entire experience occurs in the mind. Through imagery, athletes can recreate positive experiences or picture new events to mentally prepare themselves for performance. Imagery can and should involve as many senses as possible. Even when it is referred to as visualization, the kinesthetic, auditory, tactile, and olfactory senses are all potentially important for fully envisioning the event. The following quote by all-time golf great Jack Nicklaus demonstrates his use of imagery. "Before every shot, I go to the movies inside my head. Here's what I see. First, I see the ball where I want it to finish, nice and white and sitting up high on the bright green grass. Then, I see the ball going there, its path and trajectory, and even its behavior on landing. The next scene shows me making the kind of swing that will turn the previous image into reality. These home movies are a key to my concentration and to my positive approach to every shot."
The symbolic learning theory claims that imagery can help us understand movements by forming a coding system in our brains. By imaging something, we create mental blueprints for potential movements and tasks by making it easier to complete them. The psychoneuromuscular theory explains that imagery facilitates the learning of motor skills because of the nature of neuromuscular activity patterns activated during the imagery process. The imagined events innervate muscles in the same way similar to physical practice, and neuromuscular pathways are therefore strengthened the more you imagine a task. Bioinformational theory says that in order for imagery to be effective, the imagery has to have statement propositions, which are statements that describe the scenario, and tasks, and also response propositions that describe the imager's psychophysical response to the scenario. Lastly is the triple code model. This theory elaborates on the point that the meaning of the image is important in its effectiveness. It uses the ISM model, where I stands for the image itself and its ability to be vivid and controlled. S stands for the somatic or physical response to the image, and M stands for the meaning of the image. An image should contain all three areas to be effective in improving performance. Jake is having problems making shots during the games, but can make them fine during practice. His coach and sports psychologist found that he gets very nervous when he has the ball during games. To help him be less nervous, he starts doing imagery.
Nervous? Why are you nervous? There's no need to be nervous. It's a one-on-one game with a friend. You love this game. You enjoy playing this game. I practice all the time. I compete in the sport at a collegiate level. Go have fun. You already know what you're doing wrong. I'm missing short. I need to use more legs. Without using my legs to power the shot, I will never come close to making it. You've done this over a million times, Jake. Imagine powering through, starting from the ground up, following through the shot, not pushing or guiding the ball. Just a nice, smooth, fundamentally sound shot. Flick the wrist at the end of the follow-through. The last finger that touches the ball is the pointer finger. And then flick the wrist into the cookie jar so you know you follow through the shot. You've known all of this since the third grade. It's repetition. Now go out, do everything the way you know how to do it.
You're on the basketball court. You can hear the bouncing of the ball. As you look around, you can see fans coming in, familiar faces of people you know. You hear the final sounds come from the scoreboard. You confidently walk over to your bench and listen to your coach's last words before the game starts. You confidently walk over to the center of the court. You know that you have worked harder and prepared for this game. God damn it. You are on the basketball court. You can hear the bouncing of the ball on the wooden floor. As you look around, you can see the fans coming in, familiar faces of people you know. Walk over to your bench and listen to your coach's last words before the game starts. Walk over to the center of the court. You know that you have worked hard and prepared for this moment. Think of all the hours of practice and the plays you have perfected. Imagine the best you have ever done during practice or during a game. Everyone else is nervous too. Focus on your breathing and make sure it is slow and controlled. You have control over the game, and you can lead your team. Your teammates are looking at you to be the most dominant player on the floor, and you know you can handle the pressure. As the final buzzer goes off, everyone runs over to congratulate you. You have a sense of confidence and get the MVP of the game. When you first touch the ball on offense, your body feels loose. You are not tensed up and nervous about taking a shot. You take one dribble to the right, and you can see yourself elevating to the perfect height for a jump shot. As your arms come into the perfect angles to take a shot, you go ahead and shoot it. You did not think twice about this or have any doubts that you would miss it. As you see the ball rotating towards the basket, you see it go through the net, a perfect swish.
Breathe. You need this. You've seen the ball go in the hoop multiple times. Set yourself, confidence. There it is. You need one more basket. Confidence. You need your legs. Follow through. Just like third grade. Swish. Rashid does not feel confident during his relay race. He focuses too much on winning and the pressure he feels from the rest of the members of his relay team. As a result, he does not feel like he is good enough to help them win. His sports psychologist has him also practice imagery to increase his confidence.
It is time to get off the bus and walk to the track. Once you step off the bus, you see the field and the surrounding lanes. Smell the damp air and hear the surrounding conversations of your teammates. You have done this many times before and feel excited to be there. As you walk to your team spot, you practice deep breathing. You are completely calm and just happy to run. Shake your legs out and close your eyes. Take a few more deep breaths. You've trained for this race over and over, and you know that you are more than prepared. You hear the official call, the 4x1. So, you walk over, noticing how strong your legs feel. You are ready to do what you love. You walk to your lane next to the other racers. The gun goes off, and the first leg of the race begins. Your team is in the lead, but only slightly. The final handoff is coming up, and it's your turn. Your body has never felt any better, and the only thing you're thinking about is getting that baton into your hand. Feel the cold metal hit your hand and take off. Your legs are moving smoothly, and your body glides across the track. Feel yourself smile as you notice how good you feel. As you cross the finish line, you are relaxed and proud of your hard effort. You then hear that you just won the race for your team, and you had one of the best times this season.
Erica can't get excited for her race. After a few bad races, she figures she would rather be cheering for her teammates or helping her coach get times.
You can hear the nervous breathing of the other athletes. There is another runner about 3 strides ahead of you, and you know she is more than in reach. Your coach is yelling for you to surge ahead and pass her. You think of hundreds of workouts you ran, and that you've trained to do exactly what you do. Knowing you are strong enough, you pass her, you're now in first. With the momentum you feel from passing other runners, you pick up the pace. It is your last lap and you're moving as fast as your body will let you. Your legs feel strong and your breathing is controlled. Your teammates are yelling from the infield. As you near the finish, you see the clock up ahead. You're going to get a season best of a 5:20 mile. You cross the line at exactly that time. Your coach and your teammates congratulate you and you're proud of your best time yet.
In order for the athlete to improve their usage of imagery, it's beneficial for them to continue imaging on a regular basis with everything they do. In practice, they visualize proper performance of every skill, improving their overall technique. In competition, they envision interactions between the self and the opponent, conquering any perceived obstacles. When injured, they think about what could have gone differently and how they performed for future prevention of such an injury. Even in the off-season, the athlete mentally revisits personal highlights of the previous season and imagines how that success can be continued into the following season. Just as it is with any other learned skill, practice makes perfect.